It is eliminator number 1 after exciting qualifier number 1. But unlike qualifier 1, where the losing team is still alive, today the team that loses will be eliminated. And the game is between Lucknow Super Giants and a resurgent Mumbai Indians, who I might add at one point in the IPL points table was second from last.
Yes.
A team that was second from last have made it all the way to the top 4. So that in itself deserves a round of applause. Well done, Mumbai Indians. But will Mumbai Indians go a step further?
Rahul?
Question. Anybody?
They should. I think to me they are strong favourites. Not that they are a better team. I think they are the more dangerous team. Mumbai Indians.
The only thing that I'm seeing is, I agree with you. I think between Lucknow and Mumbai are good. The only thing is that they're playing at Chepauk, which is not the kind of ground that might suit Mumbai Indians, because we've seen them this season. Wherever it's been like a bit of a tricky pitch, they've not done well. But you give them a Wankhede-like pitch or a Mohali-like pitch, they do well. Would that go against?
I don't think so, because simply because Mumbai Indians' experience in the playoffs. I mean, whenever they have made it to the playoffs, history suggests that they become a totally different team altogether. They have that X factor in them wherein they can raise their A game to the next level. And I think Chepauk, they have just had one loss this season itself in a very tricky surface. They just managed 139.
So how many games have they played in Chepauk?
One, but if you no.
They just had one loss.
But if you look at in the decade, they have played 10 and lost only once at Chepauk. And that loss in this season was their first since 2013. Imagine 10 plus years of dominance at Chepauk. That is why history also suggests Mumbai Indians, you look at their playoff experience plus Chepauk, they are the favourites.
I mean, if you go by trends, then MI are a different team when it reaches that final 4 stage. They've played 6 finals when they've made it, won 5 of them. But MI interestingly don't have a very good record in eliminators.
Yes.
I think they've played them twice or thrice, and I think only won once.
In 2014 they were in the eliminator for the first time. They lost to Chennai Super Kings, and then Chennai lost to Punjab in the second qualifier. So, yeah.
Or is it fair to say that we can discuss whoever wins between Lucknow and Mumbai? Fact of the matter is, the teams that finish top 2 only go and win the title. Doesn't matter 3, 4, whatever happens. We discussed this earlier. Since 2011, only once has a team come from 3rd and 4th and gone on to win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can discuss this game, but at the end of the day, or can Mumbai or Lucknow buck that?
No, honestly, if Mumbai reach it, I will back them to buck the trend. They really are.
Mumbai.
If Mumbai may qualify at 2.
Okay.
If they win the eliminator, if they're through, then there's something happens to them when it comes to knockouts. That's a different force.
But then this year Mumbai is so different. I mean, I'm seeing a stark difference in what Mumbai used to be and what it is in this season, because we're seeing how the batting lineup is carrying the whole team. We haven't seen much of the bowling lineups except Piyush Chawla.
Yeah.
I think he's one of those X factors in the team in this season. But
And Madhwal now.
Akash Madhwal.
Madhwal later
now,
on.
Yes. But then of course you can't win a match riding on 2 bowlers at Chepauk.
Yeah, you know it best because you
I
only
know
had
it
one.
best. Exactly. I was
Say
about
One
to
bowler.
say that.
With
I know.
RCB, so-
I agree with Gargi on the front that when she's saying, you can't win. But Mumbai, of course, they have majority of their games that they've won this season. They've come in Wankhede, in Mumbai. And I think first 7 games, they had just 2 victories and 5 losses.
Yes.
Then next 7 games, they had 5 victories and 2 losses. Isn't it?
Yeah.
And see, I think worse than what we've seen traditionally in Chennai at Chepauk, I think the Ikana Stadium this season in Lucknow, they played just 1 game. They lost that game, I agree. But if you see, Ishan Kishan is perhaps one of those batters who actually struggles against spin. But if you look back, that game, he got, I think, 50-60 runs.
Yeah.
He was pretty good, and virtually I think they had they were cruising at one stage, 90 for 1 or 90 for no
Can
loss.
we cut to that scorecard? Yeah, that is the scorecard. Just go full frame. So it was no. You cut to
The
it full
second
frame on your thing. So this is that game where Lucknow Super Giants batted first, got 177 for 3. You had 49 by Krunal Pandya, the captain.
Retired out. 89 from
Retired
Stoinis.
out, yeah.
No, retired out or retired hurt?
Retired hurt.
He was retired hurt, huh?
Yeah.
Not retired
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Don't go by what Tata said.
Yeah, but Stoinis was the standout performer.
Yeah.
89 of just 47. Nicholas Pooran didn't get those many balls that he should have, but that was a outstanding knock that Stoinis played because it wasn't a great pitch, I remember. And at that time you realized that what he was doing was exceptional because that stroke making wasn't easy. And then when they came out to chase the target, Mumbai Indians, Ishan Kishan got 59.
Surya Kumar Yadav, you remember he tried a lap, but then he was bowled.
Yeah.
But the key point in that LSG innings was that 3 overs 54. Last 3 overs 54 runs came up, and all thanks to Stoinis' onslaught. One batter changed the entire game for them.
And you tell me, what will be the batting order for LSG? Will you give me their top 3?
I am telling you, I will only give LSG a chance against Mumbai if they get their 11 right, and which is what I'm saying, if they get their batting order right. Last game that they played, they won merely by 1 run, I think.
Yeah.
They got
This game
Karan
also.
Sharma.
This also was so close.
They gave Karan Sharma a chance, nothing against him, but business end of the tournament, you're going to do this. I cannot understand. I will give Lucknow a chance to win the game if they get Kyle Mayers back and get Quinton de Kock to open. Okay, in that you will have to sacrifice a foreign player.
Naveen ul
That
Haq.
will be Naveen ul Haq for
Yeah.
me. I'll sacrifice. Stoinis has to play.
So does Pooran.
And so does Pooran, of course. Few things they have to do. One, your opening partnership has to be outstanding, where de Kock and Mayers have to set the template. Okay, with Prerak Mankad being there, then you should have Stoinis. Other thing I want them to do is, Pooran cannot be batting below a Ayush Badoni or a Krunal Pandya. The more balls Pooran plays, the more dangerous it is. If they get this right, where they've got Myers, de Kock,
You may say Ayush Badoni gets a promotion.
Badoni, but then you get Stoinis and Pooran.
Yeah.
And then you go with Prerak or Krunal. Or
Now when you're saying that, get Kyle Mayers, he's saying Ayush Badoni gets a promotion. Last game, Karan Sharma opened, Prerak Mankad batted 1 down. Prerak Mankad has done reasonably well, whatever little opportunities that I think they do not know what exactly is their best batting lineup or the batting order.
That's what I used to keep calling their middle order. I call it a muddle order because there's too many actual middle order bats. People who should be batting at 3-4. And you're having to push at least one of them down, whether that be a Badoni. See, Deepak Hooda hasn't helped his own case by being terrible throughout the year.
Yeah.
But otherwise, last year he was mostly batting 3 or 4. And ideally, you want even a Stoinis to be batting at 4 lowest. Even someone like a Pooran really is best sticking on the spinners. Same with Badoni. So it's basically a team full of middle order batsmen, and you're having to figure out who do you bat in the lower middle order.
And
there's no wrong answer.
And if you have to look at it, Krunal Pandya's best years for Mumbai Indians came when he was batting at 6 or 7.
7, 8 sometimes also.
Yes.
where the problem has come actually is once KL Rahul got out.
Yeah.
He got injured, so the whole batting order that way. Because if you would had, let's say you cannot fit in a Mayers, let's say you're having a problem, or a de Kock. But once you had KL there, alongside him, you would have gone with a de Kock or a Kyle Mayers. It would have been more settled, and then you can even have the balance right. As soon as he's gone, you're struggling for that opening batsman. The only way you can sort that out is if you get the two of them.
But it'll be difficult for LSG to drop Naveen ul Haq. Why? Because the nature of the Chepauk wicket is such. Even in qualifier 1, you had seen some balls hold up on the deck, the back of the hand slow balls, those cutters. Naveen is a master of that.
Nobody, Yash Thakur is doing a decent job. Mosin is doing a
and if Naveen ul Haq goes out, I think Yudhvir Singh will come in.
Yeah.
And he did reasonably well in the last game. This is a choice that you have to make. You have to pick one out of the two. Whether you want to strengthen your batting, because see, if they have to win that game, it has to be Marcus Stoinis or Nicholas Pooran. Both of them, or at least one of them, has to come good. because their top order, it does not give me too much of confidence. The moment you put a Kyle Mayers and Quinton de Kock right at the top, as an opposition, I will say, this perhaps is a very, very intimidating.
I'll be scared.
Very intimidating top order. So that's a risk that you have to take. Naveen ul Haq or Kyle Mayers. And Kyle Mayers, he's done pretty good for them.
He bowled a couple of overs.
Up front, he'd always bowl 1 over.
And slower ones, I agree. The way Mohit Sharma bowled last night, I think because if they have to win, I think Stoinis is the key. If Stoinis or Nicholas Pooran, if they don't do well, I think they will lose that game.
Yeah, I think the LSG batting lineup is supreme when Kyle Mayers and de Kock are opening, and then any day you trade out Naveen ul Haq for a different bowler, because looking at the Mumbai lineup, you need batters to put up a big total for them.
Absolutely.
Because Mumbai will chase it down if they're batting second.
And by the way, spinners tomorrow.
Yesterday, in the game, the spinners turning it square.
Yeah.
So maybe we keep talking about Naveen or Mohsin and Yash Thakur will do the job for the fast bowler. It could be the likes of Bishnoi.
And for that matter, on slow pitches, even a Krunal Pandya. Remember, he was very, very good at Ghana.
And I never know, I'm taking the result. I'm not getting into the result, what happened last night. But, Dhoni, during the toss, he mentioned that it may not be a bad toss. He didn't...
to lose.
He didn't use as many words, but what he meant was it may not be a bad toss to lose, because the wicket after in the second half will get slower, and we saw that yesterday, especially Jadeja when he bowled that first over of his, and those were still initial overs in the game, 6th, 7th overs, and so we never know.
What should Mumbai Indians, let's spend some time on Mumbai Indians, what should they do? I think batting is the least of their problem.
No, not a problem at all.
If Ishan doesn't do well, Rohit will. If Rohit doesn't do well, it's okay. Sky will just finish it off single-handedly. If he does not, then Cameron Green will do it. If he does not, Tim David will do it. Nehal Vadera does it sometimes. And this is a time
Tilak Verma can also.
Is out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, stand out there. So the batting is not an issue. Not even to discuss. How do they sort out their bowling? Because Air Jordan has been going for a lot of runs. Piyush Chawla is the lone hand. Akash Madwal, we spoke earlier, has been good for them. I don't know.
Maybe at Chepauk, Kumar Kartikeya.
Yeah, I mean between Ritik Shaukin and him, I'm going Kumar Kartikeya any day.
I mean, in the last match, if I'm not wrong, Shaukin did sit out. He didn't play. It was in fact Kumar Kartikeya, and I think you'd stick with him because this kind of a pitch, you'd want him there, and probably a better pure spinner than Shaukin. Shaukin is more of a batting all-rounder, you can put it that way.
The problem for Mumbai Indians, as I had said, they were reliant on only two things, Sky and Wankhede. Now here at Chepauk, you're only going to have to rely on Suryakumar Yadav to set the tempo also, because see, he's the glue that will hold the middle order together. Sure. If he falls early, like how it happened in the previous encounter between these two sides, it will be left a lot for Tim David and Cameron Green to do. Because remember, the bowlers...
No, what will be his position? That's also going to be the key. Where will you bat Cameron Green? Number 3?
3.
Or... So then Suryakumar Yadav comes out to bat at number 4.
4.
Which is where he's best really.
Yeah. 3, 4.
Or will they do what Rohit Sharma has been doing in the past? Drop himself down at 1, Green and Kishan.
No.
Ishan, Rohit, Green, Suryakumar Yadav, Tim David or Vadera, then Tim David, whatever.
The good thing about these teams who have traditionally done well is that they do not change a lot. They do not tinker with the 11 or the batting order. They've just fiddled with Cameron Green. That's it. He's the only player, I think, whose position has been shuffled a bit. Otherwise, you look at Chennai Super Kings. They have changed their 11. In fact, they've retained their 11 14 out of those first 14 games that they played in the league stage. They changed. In fact, they retained the same 11 on 9 occasions. RCB, by the way, retained the same 11 only twice.
Yes.
What was Faf doing?
Faffing around.
So, That's one thing. I think Mumbai will start as favourites, but you never know. Things can change.
Pick your favorite.
I'm going with Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, MI for sure.
Me too.
He's
Mumbai.
already in blue.
I'll go with Lucknow there.
For Shivam.
For Shivam.
Lucknow, I also, they also have issues with their, I would say, with their bowling. I know, Yash Thakur has done really well. Naveen Ulak has done well. They have Ravi Bishnoi, they have Krunal Pandya, especially when the ball is gripping. And
Hussain's done well.
and looking at what Jadeja did yesterday, I think Krunal Pandya will draw a lot of confidence.
Yeah. He'll be licking his lips if they're getting to play, especially on the same track which we saw yesterday's match take place. Huh?
Yeah.
So
Gripping.
yeah.
Gripping like crazy.
And so Krunal Pandya could be so, but still, I won't say that this is the best bowling attack. Just like you said, that it is not perhaps the most intimidating batting unit, at least the top four. Similarly, the bowling lineup also is not very intimidating.
Yeah.
So just that you had a Mark Wood here earlier.
Yeah.
So suddenly it seems that the sting that they had early on is missing. So I wouldn't be too bothered about their bowling if I am in that Mumbai Indians camp. Just that the spinners.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That if you're in the Lucknow batting, then you're also not too bothered with Mumbai's bowling. Is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Then perhaps the
But
contest will be between the batters.
Yeah, but they have to play the best batting lineup then to do it. That's
Yeah.
Which is why on paper Mumbai's batting lineup is a bit more settled.
any day.
More than a bit.
Without a doubt.
Because as Nikhil said, you have to play, LSG have to play the best 11, which has
What
been
is their best 11?
maybe the formula that he said, Mayers and Quinton de Kock at the top. You play only 4 proper overseas batters.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a foreign bowler.
But despite all these issues, they are the team that actually finished at number 3.
Yes.
So, they still haven't figured out their best 11. Their bowling lineup, they've used, most of them have been the Indian bowlers, uncapped Indian bowlers, and still they, after 14 games, they were at number 3. So they must have done something really well. And I understand at times they don't have a KL Rahul. I think more than the captain KL Rahul, I think they're missing the batter KL Rahul.
100%.
Because Krunal Pandya, I know he seems very animated, always going around speaking to people, at times maybe abusing also, giving them a mouthful during those whenever they are on the full. Yeah, absolutely. So, but it seems that he is saying that I am the authority here. On the field, I am your captain, I am your leader, I want something from you, and I expect that you will deliver the very same thing that I am asking. So Krunal Pandya has done something well, and knowing your limitations and getting the best out of it. I think not many people know Gautam Gambhir in that dugout is one of them.
Yes.
Who knows that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So 4 for Mumbai and 1 for Lucknow Super Giants.
But we'll see you later in the day at 7 o'clock, 5 minutes to 7, when the toss is going to be done, and we'll bring you all the latest in terms of playing 11 strategy. But that is few hours away.
Yes.
For now, bye bye, see you, take care.